to do.
Yeah. Tom and Jerry. We're breaking all the rules with this review. Tom and Jerry. As you can see from my shirt, I'm very professional. You see this sign? Very professional. There's a cat that just left my lap. Very professional. Tom and Jerry is a review that came out this year by me. Tom and Jerry is a movie that came out in 2021. It is approximately 111 minutes and has made, as of recording this, is made 14.1 million. When I first filmed this, it had only made 13.4 million, I believe. So it's been like a week trying to record this, and there's catnip everywhere if you can't tell, but the cat trainer is doing a great job. She's very professional. My fiance. Anyway, the movie stars Chloe Grace Moretz as Kayla, and she is the main human lead in the film. and as you can tell, the cat is not Tom, but he was his understudy, and he is very professional as well. Anyway, the movie starts off with Tom and Jerry. Actually, I'm pretty sure it starts with Kayla, if I'm correct. She's riding her bike, doing her job. She is an adult, though, in the movie and in real life. They don't play her off as like a teenager, because she does drink in the film. Alcohol. So she's clearly an adult woman. She is in New York though, so it is acceptable to ride like bikes in New York because of traffic and everything.
I also don't think they'd let a teenager plan a wedding like that.
Yes, probably.
But each their own.
Each their own, yes. So she's clearly an adult, but she's going through. I would say she was, what's the thing? It's the thing where a character grows, you know? Character development, character growth. Coming of age. I was gonna say it's more like a coming of age story for the female lead of the film, because she starts off as a con artist. Actually, she starts off getting fired from her job because Tom and Jerry knock over her bike, and then Tom gets hit by a car, which is a kind of a 1-2 joke. It's pretty funny, I would say. This movie is for children and adults, maybe teenagers too. I'm not sure. I don't know if a teenager would actually like this film. I'm 25 and I like the Tom and Jerry bits. I think it's funny. The human characters, though, are hit and miss very often, because Kayla, after she gets fired from her job, goes into a hotel that she steals food from, because the doorman does know her. He's like, oh, Kayla, I do like your antics. And yeah, she just goes in to steal food from this hotel, and then she tries to get a job. She meets an event planner, a wedding planner maybe? Maybe she's just an event planner, because she did work for another prestigious hotel in the film, which the other event manager knows about, who also studied under the tutelage of whatever her face is. They never show the person they're talking about. But Michael Pena is the event manager. I did remember his name. And anyway, basically Tom and Jerry, when they do have their bits in the movie, Tom and Jerry are in about 80% of the film. I would say a good 20% is just human character stuff, like with the big wedding from two famous people they are either Instagram famous or the guy is like a tech guy maybe, and the wife comes from family money of some sort. They don't explain any of this because it's a children's film, and I'm thinking the writers were a little lazy, honestly. This review is probably going to be about 5-10 minutes. The human character stuff is very hit and miss. The beginning is very bad, I would say. Me and my fiance fell asleep, and I didn't know. I think we kept the TV on, honestly, because the movie, just ended. So we did watch it the next day, and it was about halfway through, I'd say. And we did watch the rest of it, and sort of enjoyed it. Would you agree? My fiance is nodding off screen. She is not being held captive. Either is the cat who's staring at me, going to pounce any second. It's like I'm in a nature documentary. He's hiding. He's waving his butt in the air. I shouldn't be staring at our cats, because he will attack me. But anyway, that was a little aside from me. I'm sorry. This is a Tom and Jerry review. Very professional, as you can see.
I think you scared him. He ran away. He was going to pounce on you anyway, so I think it was for the best.
So...
holding it upside down.
So, as you can see, I was trying to do something like a sign spinner.
That's why you didn't get hired for that job.
But I didn't get hired. Ha! He got it. He got it. Anyway, so Tom and Jerry, they don't do any stupid dances. I think Tom does floss at one point. But Jerry doesn't floss. He just listens to classic R&B and rap. I'm kidding. There's just rap. I do like the soundtrack of the film. I know I'm going off on a side again, but the music of the film is pretty good, I think. There's a Bruno Mars song. There's a lot of classic rap songs, like "Can I Kick It" from by a Tribe Called Quest, and another song that's slipping my mind, but I know the words. I'm not gonna sing it or rap it for you, but I do like the songs in the film. And I thought they got John Legend because they showed a picture of John Legend in New York, like a poster of John Legend. So I would assume that would play in the third act breakup for Tom and Jerry, because they are a couple. They do fight, they do break up, but they make up because they love each other. Technically, this is a love story, but it's not. I think I would actually pay to see that if I didn't have HBO Max and it wasn't, free same day. I might watch a Tom and Jerry love story. I think that would be pretty clever. But they didn't do that. That would be really funny. Anyway, I went off on an aside again. I'm sorry. My fiance is staring at me. She looks like I'm very unprofessional, which I'm not. She made a sign. Anyway, I'll go back to the movie review. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You can't do it. You can't break the cardboard. It ain't gonna work. No, don't do it. Anyway, as you can see, so basically, Tom and Jerry fight the whole movie, except when they need to work together. Jerry does steal the ring, because of the wedding plot, and it is very easily taken care of because Jerry wants to stay in the hotel, and Kayla basically says, like, okay, if you two can get along, we'll work something out, and Tom and Jerry is ruined. Anyway, Tom and Jerry do end up ruining the wedding because they both, on their day of fun, them getting along, Jerry kind of being a dick. Hot take, Jerry is the dick. Jerry is kind of a huge a-hole in the film. Asshole. Because he steals the ring. He loves shiny shit. Because he's a fucking mouse. He loves shiny shit. He makes a little Jerry apartment in the hotel, which is pretty cool. But other than that, he's kind of a scumbag. Yeah, he does steal a ring, but it's easily taken care of, like I said. And they get along for like half a day, and then they get taken by the animal, I forget the name, catcher? Animal catcher? Is that the word? Honey? Can you help me? She's flipping me off, folks. Alright. Yeah, they get caught by him. Jerry fake eats him because the alley cats do talk. But obviously he doesn't eat them. And then they basically get taken by the event manager, get questioned like in a police interrogation. And he's like, I'll be your friend, you know, I'm just gonna take one of you though. And he takes them both to the wedding. He says to Tom, he's like, hey, look how Jerry's gonna destroy this wedding. He wants to eat the fucking cake. He's gonna destroy it. So basically, they ruin the wedding. There's another animal tornado. I did forget to mention the animal tornado that happens, which is very set up in the beginning. They, through the walkthrough of the hotel, Kayla and the event manager, I'm escaping his name, but it's played by Michael Pena, so I'm just gonna say Michael Pena shows her around the hotel and makes a big deal about the chandelier. The chandelier gets broken in an animal tornado, and he does see Jerry, which Kayla says she got rid of Jerry. She did get rid of Jerry for like half a day, and then Jerry comes back, and then Tom and Jerry destroy the wedding. Then the bride calls off the wedding because the groom wants to make it like really extravagant, really flashy, really with elephants. There were elephants. There was a fucking tiger for some reason, because the husband was like, oh, let's have like animals. Let's have this big old elephants and tiger, and not one tiger, singular tiger. The animals are all animated, and I thought that was pretty interesting, pretty cool. This movie review might be awful, but I'm just doing one take of this, so this is what I'm posting. Anyway, Tom and Jerry. This is a spoiler review. Tom and Jerry do end up getting the bride back. They work together again. They're happy. It's like they're a little happy family. Not really though. Then the groom makes up with the wife, or the bride-to-be. They get married. Tom is trying to get with the cat that the bride owns. I'm pretty sure she's in the old cartoon, and Butch from the old cartoon is the groom's dog. So that's an interesting bit they did to get the original characters back. But Jerry wants to play the piano with Tom, which Tom does not approve of. He does not like. It's very much a dick move on Jerry's part, because he was just like, hey, woo the lady with your piano. Then he's like, oh, I want to play the piano with you, buddy. So they fight. They literally close the curtain, and the movie's over. And then they have a hilarious bit where like an end credits scene where the groom is like, oh, I had to pay for 2 weddings? Oh my god, what a predicament. Knee slapper there, folks. My cat is very concerned. Our cat's very concerned. And That is Tom and Jerry, released in 2021. And that's all, folks. Yibbity, yibbity, yibbity. That's all, folks. And I'm gonna get my cat for the ending bit. Hold on. If I can catch him. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Dance towards the light and the pale moonlight. I might cut this bit out. Okay. Alright. And that's the end, folks. Yibbity, yibbity, yibbity.